You know, this would be a really easy fix, but I kinda like having this be broken by a tree. A little reminder of how powerful trees used to be. Anyway, I guess it's time for me to actually go and collect some wood, because I am going to need a lot of it. But you know, it would be really nice if this stuff actually decayed around it. But no, I've got to go ahead and just break leaves manually, because why not? Okay, you know what? I'm kind of sick of this bit. It's not working. Hi, hello. I'm the ImpendingMoon, and welcome to Minecraft Alpha 1.2.3, where leaf decay is supposed to be introduced. But, no, it just doesn't work properly. Which, I mean, I guess there's a reason why it was disabled in 1.2.3's later updates, but kind of hoping the first one still had something. But whatever, leaf decay isn't exactly the most important thing, it's more so just leaves take a while to break, and I don't want to be sitting here breaking leaves all the time. But anyway, in between episodes, I have done a little bit of wood duplicating, if you can't tell. That's still probably not going to be enough for the full build, but wood duplication still works for a little while. And then if I actually am able to click that, and I head up to where the new castle is, you can see a sheep dying in lava. They do that sometimes. But you can also see some sample walls that I built. So I made a number of designs here, and by number I mean mostly repeats of the same kind of style, just with slight variations. Ah, hi spider. I also did not light up this area enough, apparently. But you know what? I don't need to deal with that right now, so I'm not going to. So eventually, I did end up deciding on this one, because it's the simplest, and I think that it kind of fits the castle vibes the most. Because the rest of these, it's like, this one's okay, but that's going to be kind of hard to blend in going downwards. This one's just, This one would work, but I don't necessarily like the wood there. And same with this one. So, ultimately, this design right over here wins. So that's what I'm going to be building. And I also, at least, put down something for what the diagonals might look like. But really, I don't think I'm happy with that design, so I'm not going to use it right away. And seriously, there's just monsters over there. I might want to fix that sometime. But before I go ahead and I start building these walls and landscaping this place, there's one more addition to this update that I want to show off. And to do that, I'm going to head over to spawn. Alright, so hop into the water here and just quickly swim over there. And believe it or not, aside from the one time I tested it, I haven't actually had to use this thing at all, but if I hold down F3, you can see that spawn is exactly at 0, 0. That's because they finally added coordinates to the F3 screen, so you can see where everything is in your world. So if I wanted to, I could see exactly where the tower is, where my old castle was, where my first base was, and pretty much anywhere, because that's kind of how coordinates work. Now, it's not particularly useful on its own right away, but especially for doing things like figuring out exactly where you should build on a big build, or how high you should build up a mob farm. It is very useful. And I would say it's useful on multiplayer, but early alpha survival multiplayer really was not fleshed out, like, at all. So, I don't know how many players actually did multiplayer on Alpha instead of Classic, but I don't think it was actually that many people. But anyways, I'm gonna be terraforming this a little bit, mostly dealing with this mountain in the middle here, because as cool as it is, I really don't want to be climbing over it every time I'm trying to build. And I would show you guys, like, a montage of me doing this, but replay mod does not exist for this version, or any version in the next, probably 100 episodes or so. And I'd rather not give you guys motion sickness, so I'm just gonna show you the end result when it's done. Nope. Alright, well, after about 10 stacks of dirt, I need a new shovel. And there we go. Alright, back to landscaping. Hey, zombie. How's it going? Hey, no, you stay in your space. You really want to get up in my face? Get out. No? Alright, well. I tried talking, but now you're just feathers. And you know, something tells me that I probably have enough dirt for a while. Still gonna make another chest for it, though. Nope. And I think this is the part where Minecraft crashes, because this version has a memory leak. Yep, there we are. You can't see it. I can. Well, I guess this is the time when I probably should update to the fixed version. It doesn't have leaf decay, because leaf decay is exactly what causes all of the memory leaks that just happened with that. So, sadly, this isn't going to decay, but it really wasn't before. I was only kinda doing it, but whatever. I got some stuff to fill in. And because my inventory is saved more frequently than the world is, I lost out on a bunch of dirt that I was working with, filling all this in. Oh well. I mean, it's not like I don't have 4 chests of the stuff. 2 skeletons and a creeper walk into a bar. One skeleton says to the other, "Hey, wanna listen to some tunes?" I'm gonna go back to just digging this out, I guess. Ah! Hey! You're supposed to be dealing with the creeper. Not me. Get. Bad skeleton. Not a fan. Alright, and then with that, I should be done with this. So I've kept most of the height differences between everything here. Mostly I just smoothed out the gradient between low and high, and then got rid of the highest mountain bits. So that should make it easier to build on. Will you shut up? I've been dealing with these guys for however long. I've been avoiding killing them for I don't actually know what reason. So they're all gonna die now. Anyway, there's still a few small landscaping things I need to do. Specifically with these towers and things that are built into this part of the mountain. I need to clear it out so that I can actually put in the towers eventually. But right now, it'll be fine if I just flatten them out a little bit. Alright, so I got the land flattened for this tower, and now it's a lot more obvious that it's supposed to be a circle. This is flat enough that I can work with. Eventually, once these walls get put in and turned into retaining walls, I will go ahead and do some landscaping up there. But for now, it's fine enough. Okay, so that's this tower dug out, and honestly, I'm not sure if I want to keep it this way. I'm thinking this might fit in a bit better if it were a smaller tower, like what I've got going on over here and here. Because that is a lot of the mountain that needs to be excavated for this. And I'm thinking, if I am going to keep this big, I'm probably going to make it like an entrance up there. Or I could just keep it small and keep it part of the retaining wall like I was planning on originally. So, for now, I'm not going to dig up any of this stuff while I decide on that. And I think both ideas are good enough. It just depends on what I want to do at the end of the day. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it, and I'm just going to keep working on all this stuff. And you know what? While I'm over here, I'm going to light this place up a little better. Because I'm kind of sick and tired of dealing with monsters just being over here. Now this tower is kind of interesting in where it's placed. So I think I'm going to go ahead and flatten out the area underneath it to about right here. Although it still does make quite the jump up to here. But I think I can work with that. Hey, ow. A, ow, B, ow, C, get out. Can I just get my bow? Apparently not. Again, with the monsters. Ugh. And there goes my hat. So that's what happens when you panic and pull out a shovel instead of a bow. Ugh. Kinda needed to come down here anyway, but still. And then I might as well get some new armor. Then I should stop by the skeleton grinder that I made however long ago, just so I can pick up some more arrows, because I'm on my last, like, 20. Right, well, I think that's going to be it for me landscaping right now. Mostly because I'm still not finalized on all my designs here, so I don't want to be sitting here working out landscapes while I might have to redo them later. But I think I should probably go ahead and start putting in at least the cores of all these walls, because I'm pretty dead set on them just being a single layer of cobblestone. And I might have enough, I might not. I'm gonna see how far I get in just placing down the centers here, and then I guess tearing out the little outlines that I got on the ground like this. And then I might as well also tear out the templates that I'm not gonna use. Alright, so with the extra templates torn down, first thing that I'm gonna do is probably widen out this a little bit more, because having a 2-block wide entrance on this big of a build is kind of odd. Yeah, so I'm thinking the 6 wide entrance here is probably gonna look a lot better. Anyway, now that that's taken care of, I'll leave my entrance alone. Then I can go ahead and just start placing down all of these wall cores. And of course, I'll make sure that they look like they're properly inside of the mountain by removing any side grass blocks that are there. Alright, then I got the first little stretch of wall done. So let me head over here and see how this looks. And yeah, it definitely looks a lot more solid now that there's actually more than air there. I don't know if I want to have it be the same height like this. I'm thinking maybe I'll just keep it 10 blocks off the ground from where that specific column is. But that's going to have to be something that I decide on once I start putting the actual designs over it. Because those are probably going to be what decide how high each sectional wall is. But for now, so long as I have something there to work with, I think it'll be fine. And then I'll save the towers for later, because I literally have no idea of what I'm going to be doing with them. Get... Another benefit to having this wall is that it'll be much harder for most monsters to get in. Although the towers are still going to be a weak point for a while. Yeah, and looking at it now, I'm thinking 10 blocks off the ground would probably be a pretty good height for these walls. Because the whole point of them is to be a massive just border between the inside and outside. And I think that fits pretty well, so I'm going to stick with it. Yeah, then 10 blocks is also going to be enough for the retaining area if I do some landscaping with this. I might make it a bit taller, but most of this corner area should be covered by the tower. Nope. I guess I used up that pickaxe. I'm just going through all my tools today, I guess. Huh. So I see an issue with letting my pickaxe completely run out. That's the fact that I can't exactly break these blocks to get more diamonds, because I'm out of stuff in the chest. Well, I mean... yeah, I got plenty of stuff in here, so... I guess I might as well go and... just... yeah, that works. Anyways, there's my new pickaxe. Alright, then this wall here is actually going to be pretty unique. Specifically for the fact that it's actually hanging off the cliff here. So if I drop down some water and head down, I'm actually going to extend this wall all the way down here. So that's going to be pretty fun. Although I'm going to definitely need to grab some more cobblestone. But the first step is probably going to be lighting up the inside of this place so that it's just not filled with monsters constantly. And then I guess this is also like right on the cliffside, but it's a little bit further in. And it's also covered by trees right now, so I kind of don't want to deal with that. I could bring that down if I wanted to. I'll see how it looks later. Ow, could you not? Like, I've dealt with you guys enough already. I would really appreciate it if you just didn't right now. You know, it might be best if I waited for day in order to get this thing done. The joy of watching the sun rise over hordes of monsters. It never really gets old, does it? Alright, great. Everybody should be mostly dead, so I should be good to just go down and start building this thing again. So, I'm thinking I start down over here. Not by where the tree is, because I want to deal with that later. And instead, I'm just gonna start, like, right over here. You know, it's very relaxing going up these things. Mostly because I move at the speed of a snail. And then, of course, if I do some finishing touches over here, such as making all of these fit in with the terrain, it'll look pretty good. And this tree is being kind of annoying. Okay, so if I go ahead and just stay back here, yeah, that looks pretty good. It looks a bit odd, actually. But I think especially with the tower being built over here and all the extras being put on the edges, I think it'll look a lot better once it's detailed. And then the question, of course, comes, should I do this side? And the answer is, I don't know, it's covered by trees. Looking at it, probably not. Like, there is a slight overhang, but that's actually pushed pretty far in. So I think once this tower gets done, which I will do eventually. Right now I'm putting all the towers off until I get a design. I think this will all fit in much better. But I suppose that I should probably get back up here, eventually, and get the rest of the walls done, because I don't actually have that many more. I think I've only got like 2 left that need to be finished. And then I guess for this wall here, I probably am going to just keep going all the way down. I was thinking about terraforming this out, but that's a lot of blocks there, and I think I could do something with this here with the entrance. So I'm gonna see about doing something with that before I bother trying to terraform an entire side of a mountain here. Although, looking at it, I probably am going to terraform the inside of this wall, because otherwise it really doesn't make too much sense. I mean, I could, like, run a river through this, which actually might look pretty good. But, I don't know. I'll have to see where it ends up. Nope, you don't get to escape the sunlight. Although it seems like before I got here, you were willingly walking into it. Anyways, I'm on the last wall here, so let me just tear down this tree, and I should be pretty good to go. Alright, and that would be the last wall done here. It still looks very incomplete without the towers being up, but I know that I want to do something special with them, but I'm not sure what yet. So I'm just going to leave them blank as outlines for the time being. But yeah. I think this is coming together pretty nicely. Now that we got some flat area to work with, we got some walls up, which kind of help to keep monsters out. Then everything will probably slowly come together as I get more and more bits and pieces put on. Just a little bit at a time. And then I think it probably would be a good idea if I just went and wrote on some signs some things that I want to get done. Because as much as I'd like to outline, I don't exactly know how things are going to fit in. The only thing I'm certain about is that I want to go straight from here and down there, the palace, and specifically the throne room. I want to just be a straight shot straight to the back here from the entrance. So probably somewhere around here is where the throne room's gonna end up. I might as well just do this, and there we are, first sign. But I guess over here is probably a good place to plop down a sign saying some other buildings that I might want. So for certain, I definitely want a dungeon, probably a bedroom, a kitchen and dining hall, definitely. A green area just for like plants and flowers and all that. Some stables would be entirely decorative, but I think it'd be nice. And even though I don't think this castle is going to be attacked at all, some kind of mock barracks and an armory would be kind of nice. I'm not sure how I'm going to do the armory, though, so that might be removed. And you know, if I really wanted to, I could also move the vault yet again into the castle, and I think that would probably look pretty alright. And I think this is a fine enough idea for what I want inside of a castle. And then I was debating between having everything be either separate buildings or one big castle, like traditional castles were. And through much deliberation, as in I literally just kind of said, okay, yeah, sure, I'll do this, I think I'm going to make a big castle attached to the inside of these walls here, and then I'll have, like, the front area here be like the courtyard. But with that done, I think this is a pretty good place for me to end off today's episode. I've gone through a good amount of my cobblestone reserves, and I need to get designing again on my testing world so that I actually know what I'm going to be building. Because right now, I barely have any clue other than those signs right there. Yeah, so I'd say today was productive enough. It really is just focused on this castle right now. And frankly, I think that's how it's going to be for a little while. Because aside from making big builds, there's not necessarily that much you can do in alpha. There are still a couple other big projects that I want to tackle right now, but for now, the main one is the castle. So, the next few episodes are probably going to be focused on that. I'll try and make a diversion sometime. But anyways, I hope you've enjoyed. I've been the Impending Moon, and good night.